even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Good evening, my darlings. So I'm sitting here at my desk doing some work, and I remembered that I have AfroTech content that I have not shared with you. And so last week I was at AfroTech, which is the largest convention for African Americans in technology. And Professor Dean showed up at AfroTech. I went as Professor Dean and an academic and educator in retail and merchandising. And I just wanted to get an understanding or a better understanding of AI and retail technology and just all the new things that are going on in technology. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going. So I don't have a lot of content because I was actually there just in the moment. And if you follow me on Instagram, then you got to see a lot of what I experienced. But I do have a few clips. I just want to share them with you. It's just like 5 or 6 minutes, but I totally forgot that I got the content for you. So I hope you enjoyed this 5 or 6 minutes. And yeah, we'll chat soon. Bye. Oh, wow.
So my name is Dom, and I work here at LOreal on our beauty tech, on our tech incubator team.
Okay.
So we have a lot of different innovation that we're showcasing today. I'm really happy to be here at AfroTech because I work on a lot of these innovations with my team, and it's really cool to actually be here with LOreal to showcase that we do work on technology. We are a beauty tech company.
Yeah. All right. So walk us through. I really want to know about this one, darling. But let's.
Yeah,
what is this one?
So this is the L'Oreal Water Saver. Okay. This is really focused on our impact to reduce water consumption in salons globally. Okay. So this is through a partnership that we have with a company called Gioza.
Okay.
They're based in Switzerland, and they have what we call this jet fusion technology. It basically is a collision of the different water molecules that allows you to have both this amazing speed of rinsing, but then while you're able to save up to 60% more water.
So is this specific just for salons, or will this go into people's homes as well?
This is specific to salons, at least for right now.
Okay.
And the aim is to be deployed, worldwide within our salon partner system.
Okay, let's get to this one. This one right here.
This is the YSL Rouge sur Mesure.
Oh my gosh, I've heard
powered
about
by
this one.
Purcell.
Okay.
So it's honestly a really great innovation. So it does personalized lip color.
Okay.
What's phenomenal about it is that it's a two-part system. You have the device, and then you also have the app.
Okay.
What's quite special about that is within the app, you have a full universe.
I don't want to go on your phone. I don't know what's in there.
All good. In the app, you have a full universe of colors you can choose from.
Yeah.
So it can be colors that you personally choose. It can be colors that you sample from the real world.
Yeah.
Like say you see a beautiful flower,
Yeah.
you can sample that color and then you can make it.
Okay.
So that's really, really special.
And so what's the price point on this?
Off the top of my head, I don't remember.
It's always the creators that know nothing about the price.
Yeah.
No, but I have seen this online. I've seen a few people.
And originally it launched in Asia first. Now it's available in the US and also in Europe.
Okay.
But the really phenomenal part about it is, again, you select your color, choose your color match, do a virtual try-on, and then you're quite simply able to print the color right then and there. And then even better, you don't need to take the whole device with you. It's also a compact that comes off.
So you can mix it and take it with you.
Yeah, mix it and take it with you. Apply a little bit in the morning, apply a little bit later, and do a retouch. So pretty phenomenal technology.
Okay. Oh, wow.
This device over here is our Color Sonic device.
Okay.
So it'll be launching early next year.
Okay.
What's special about it is that it does at-home hair color.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So really what this is aiming to do is to be just as efficient, but also mess-free compared to box hair color.
Okay.
You'll have cartridges that you'll be able to use that have your hair color system, and you'll be able to quite simply...
So you get to mix your own color in there as well?
Yeah, you get to the color gets mixed, and you can just apply. So very simple, straightforward process. Different attachments as well for different hair types.
Okay.
And that's pretty much this device.
All right.
Then we have our Lancome Absolute LED youth treatment.
Okay.
This was really special. It was launched specifically in Asia. What this is it's a device that does both a combination of LED light therapy and also formula. So you have your capsule here, and then you also have your ring of LEDs.
Oh, wow.
And you're able to do an application with the LED light, with the capsule also, which is quite unique. So it's mainly aimed at targeting anti-aging benefits, and it's a great innovation.
Wow.
And then, of course, the last piece, which hopefully you'll get to try.
Yeah.
That is our Nexa device.
Okay.
And for LOreal Paris, and what's special about it is you can actually do the skin diagnosis.
Okay, let's go over there
and
really
look at
quickly.
different signs of anti-aging, and then also Rolando will maybe take you through.
So you put your face through here.
So, if you haven't described what the Nexa is, the Nexa
And
is
thank
a
you.
skin diagnostic tool.
Uh-huh.
The skin diagnostic tool helps us to understand really what is happening at a surface level of your skin. So, is there acne? Is there dark spots? UV damage, wrinkles. So it gives us an idea on how to give you the best products dedicated specifically for your skin. So I'll do a couple of Nexus demonstrations today.
Okay.
But in part, after the diagnosis, we have two different products that we are talking about today from LOreal Paris. It's our latest innovation, literally launched like 2 weeks ago. It's our niacinamide serum that helps you to reduce the appearance of dark spots. So acne marks, sun damage, not too much of us have sun damage at a young age, but you can, and age spots. Okay? Age spots is different for people of color, but we still have forms of age spots as you get older. UV is super important for us. UV, again, we tend not to like to use UV, but UV damage and the increase of UV skin cancer is growing amongst people of color. So we're really pushing the use of UV.
The sunscreen.
Sunscreen. SPF, and the higher really is the better. So SPF 50 typically is very difficult to be able to formulate and it to be transparent on skin and comfortable. Typically sunscreens are very uncomfortable, they're oily, they're greasy, sticky, but you'll see with this formula, I'm going to just put it on here as a quick demo.
Because that's always the thing, it's always white.
There's no white here.
Right?
There's no
okay.
white. There's no white, and it's light. Not tacky, not sticky. You can wear it under your makeup. It is really, really, really good. I swear by it. And sunscreen should be worn morning, afternoon, even when it's cloudy outside. I actually spoke to a dermatologist the other day, and he said that the most skin cancer cause that he's seen is from cloudy days. So you have the impression that there's no UV penetration if there's no sun. No, it's still UV penetration. As long as there's AM, there's going to be UV penetration.
I lead inclusion and diversity focused on talent and learning here at Expedia Group, and this is my favorite power of Black travelers. The power that we have, of all of us in this room, of our loved ones, of our communities, to shift and shape the travel industry. A few key stats for you. $100 billion. U.S. Black travelers make up $100 billion of the travel spend. That's powerful. 17%. 17% of U.S. Black travelers have traveled or do travel to at least one international destination per year and over 6 domestic travel destinations per year. 458 million. 458 million stays. Those are the amount of stays that Black travelers make up, which is about 13% of the leisure market. So we have undeniable power. Clayton and Lawrence.
Promoted this green book. I think it's like 50%, maybe? I really can't see. So for those of you who don't know, the Negro Motors Green Book was first started in 1936 by a guy by the name of Victor Hugo Green, who was a postman that lived in Harlem. By the way, I forgot to mention I lived in Harlem for 6 years, so I still got a New York shout out too. But essentially, he created the Black Travel Bible during Jim Crow and segregation. So it really allowed Black travelers to know when they go on road trips, you know, what hotels they can go to, what gas stations they go to, what towns to avoid. And so we're the modern day version of that. So we're actually paying homage with our name by calling ourselves Green Book Global, but we do it on a global scale. And so what we do is we really want to increase the confidence and reduce the anxiety of Black travelers, right? So you can go somewhere, and if you kind of keep your head on the swivel, like you can't necessarily enjoy it. Or maybe, you know, you're on a family trip, you do one a year, you don't got time to deal with unnecessary drama, right? So you may want to be very intentional about where you're going. So really, it's just providing that information For us, information is safety. Right now, that type of information isn't really available. And we're not going to say, like, if someone has a bad experience, you may have a bad experience too. It's not necessarily saying that we're going to guarantee what you're going to have, but it's just making you more empowered to make that decision. You have now the information about other Black people's experiences to help you figure out, like, okay, well, do I want to pay attention to that or not? But right now, you don't have the option to see if you want to pay attention to it, right? And so that's what we're really trying to provide, is just giving you that information, that opportunity to feel more empowered.
On an internal basis, I'm super proud of the progress that we've made. I think we had a moment during the pandemic where Black Lives Matter became a slogan or a statement that the world was familiar with, and not just members of our community. And in that moment, we had an opportunity to look in the mirror and say, are we doing enough? Are we doing enough for the Black folks that are here, the Black folks that are trying to be here, the Black folks that want to be but can't be here, to support those communities? And we've invested a lot at Expedia Group. We invested in bringing in great talent, like Ali, like Michael, who's in the front row, who was hired as our Chief Inclusion and Diversity Officer, to help us get smarter on becoming a more inclusive company and a more diverse company. We've invested in our inclusion business groups, and it's not just our Black group, it's our Indigenous peoples group, it's our Latinx group, it's our women group, it's our LGBTQIA group. It's everyone that has a unique identity that we feel like we should recognize and celebrate and support. And so we spend a lot of time on an internal basis building up these communities, because we know that we're building a platform that's made for us.
All right. So if you don't know him, he's showing us in our best light the entire diaspora, showing us living good, loving good, spending good, traveling good, and I love everything you do. I just love you. I just love you. I really do. Because when you're, I don't want to talk about but I was born in London, grew up in South Florida, and so when I talk about the Black experience, I'm not just talking about the Black experience here, but I'm talking about it from, Jamaican parents who built up England, French parents who built up France. So you speak for a lot of us, so just keep on.
What's your favorite episode, and what would you like to see more of?
I love what you did about that.
Okay.
I love that you showed us from the perspective of owning land and owning property. I would love to see luxury in Africa. I've never been to Africa, but a lot of times when I go to Africa, they show us everything local, and that's great. But there's luxury. I don't know if you listen to Sonal Mahamari. She is Kenyan, but she would say, I want to bring luxury to Africa. Africa has luxury. So I love, just continue what you're doing. Just give us more luxury. Don't dumb yourself down, like whatever anybody's like, go bigger. I want more luxury. I want, did you see when Naomi Campbell did her? I want that. I want that. If nobody else is doing it, I want to see it. I want more. So it's whatever the most expensive, lavish, spending, food, hotel, private island, private jet. If it don't come from you, I'm not watching it. You show the best of us, and I love it because we don't allow ourselves to think that way, especially when it comes to Africa. I would love for the diaspora here to go to England and hear about the Woodbridge generation, to go to Brazil, to see us on different continents. And again, you're a treasure.
You made my day.
You are a treasure. You are a treasure.
When you're there, when you come in as a small entrepreneur, one of the best things you can do is to come in armed with a way to protect your rights, in case you do have to push back if somebody's infringing on your rights. So the protection is important. The right is also important for business purposes like funding, like as I mentioned previously. But the rights are also generative as they go forward, because while when you've secured your right, you also get to think about what is the second generation of that right, or that product, or that service. What is the third generation? It gives you that first step towards building your business, so that it becomes generations of products, generations of services. And it all starts with that first bit of protection, because then along the lines you can continue to protect down the line.
Is adaptability and the growth mindset when facing technological change. Are there tools and techniques that have proven effective for fostering these traits in individuals and teams?
Yeah, what I would say is they're critically important, and you know, you touched on some of these things in your presentation earlier, but both adaptability and growth mindset are really important to me and something that I face a lot. So, you know, when I think of adaptability to start, I actually came from a merchandising background. My first 3 years at the company, I did apparel merchandising. And when I was thinking about making this move into product management, I had no experience with software engineering, did not know how to talk to engineers, did not know anything about code. But what I really was able to ground myself in was marketing my transferable skill sets. As a merchant, I had to lead a cross-functional team in order to be able to deliver that product to our customers.
All right, so I was going to apologize, but I'm not going to apologize for being present. But I do wish that I was more mindful in grabbing you guys some more content, because I did get a lot of content for Instagram. And so next year in Houston, I'll be sure to remember that I do have a YouTube community that needs to be at AfroTech as well with me. But it was just an amazing experience, and I am so full and still processing all that I learned, and all the people that I met and all the speakers. I didn't get a chance to record Issa Rae. Listen, my boo Rick Ross was there, Jadakiss was there. It was just a beautiful time. So I hope you enjoyed this small snippet of AfroTech. And again, next year, I promise to bring you guys along. And if any of you are going to Houston next year, let me know. All right, let me get back to work. Bye.
Go.